Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the talk show Global Struggles in 50 Minutes. As you know, society is developing and people's needs are also increasing with an enormous amount of CO2. This pollutes the environment. So what is the reason for the rise of this?
Human activity puts a strain on the environment. In addition, the environment is becoming polluted because of people's consciousness. To solve this problem as well as to cut down carbon emissions into the environment, we especially invited two guests, Diễm and Dan, a group of talented youngsters from high school for the gifted, which activities in order to keep our environment clean to the show today. Hello, Diễm and Dan. Could you introduce a little bit about yourself?
First of all, we would like to say hello to everyone who watched today's program. And then I will introduce myself. My name is Diễm and this is my friend Dan. We were always more friends than cousins, so we talk with each other about so many different subjects, and environment is one of them. Hence, there is a perceptible negative change in climate through a very familiar situation. For instance, the amount of dust in the air is increasing rapidly. So people have to wear masks when going on the street. Moreover, floods and landslides can also occur and more severe as a result of the carbon footprint. Because of that, we cooperate together and run the project named Blue Footprint, a project with the purpose of helping people minimize the carbon emission releasing.
Wow, sounds interesting. So can you explain why you choose this way to help reduce carbon emissions instead of other solutions? And moreover, please let me know about the operation form of your project.
Firstly, CO2 leads to global warming, climate change, and serious causes. Daily activities release a large amount of CO2 which affects the environment negatively. So reducing CO2 is very important. To solve this problem, we need to change our smallest actions. It's also the reason for the appearance of blue footprint.
Blue Footprint has many ways to organize some activities for planting trees, such as potters and orchids. Those trees are not only used for decoration, creating green paths for the environment, but also are suitable for narrow place. In addition, we are calling for donation for environmental activities to solve nowadays issues. However, we focus more on reducing fast fashion.
I have heard about planting trees a lot, but how can we reduce carbon dioxide with fashion?
Actually, this idea has been entertaining for a long time, and we have researched quite carefully about the current fashion trend. I had the idea that I would open a shop selling second-hand clothes, and then from the profit that I earned, I would subscribe a part of it to planting trees like potters, orchids. Then those trees are both decorative and create a green space for the environment, also suitable for small space. In addition, I also contribute a part to project on afforestation in order to solve the problem of barren land and hills.
Wow, those are so cool and creative ideas. May I ask you why you got these ideas?
Like I say, I learned about the current trend of people. Every year, millions of tons of clothing from the fast fashion industry are released into the environment. User behavior has changed markedly, with the amount of clothes unused or worn only 1-2 times and then thrown away due to outdated. The environment has suffered a huge amount of waste. Burning or incinerating that waste also generates about 1.2 billion tons of carbon per year. Some materials take a long time to decompose, such as felt bags take up to 50 years, or polyester skirts take 200 years to decompose. In addition, to meet the sale of raw materials, every year about 70 million trees are cut down to make land for cotton or fabric production. Or the fact that some fashion products like synthetic textile create small pieces of plastic after it's washed. These particles, called microplastics, are the main contributor to water pollution and inhibit the growth of animals. For example, scientists in Australia estimate that between 9.25 and 15.86 million tons of microplastic can be found on the ocean floor. For example, scientists in Australia estimate that between 9.25 and 15.86 million tons of microplastic can be found on the ocean floor.
At the same time, we are also entertaining an idea that is to create an application that suggests people to coordinate clothes to avoid wasting clothes. It is for reasons like Diễm mentioned above that I think creating an app that acts as a personal stylist helps people easily apply the clothes that are said to be outdated into a separate fashion style.
So, can you tell me how these activities and ideas have been and will be implemented?
As for our second-hand clothing store plan, it has been in place since mid-2022. Initially, we will go to select used clothes and process the clothes carefully before being sold to customers. In addition, we also accept consignment of old clothes.
As for the app, we're just planning it now because we want to do everything right and then give it to users to try it out. And now we want to focus on developing this store.
So, do you encounter any difficulties during the implementation of this project?
Of course, our business is not new, but it took a lot of effort to attract customers to support the model. After a few months of working, we have gradually understood that most of the customers want to come and buy cheap, beautiful things as well as contribute to environmental protection.
Understanding those things, we usually only import second-hand clothes that are relatively new, as well as will suit the taste of today's use. And since the shop has been promoted as contributing to tree planting, when we go to do this thing, the pictures will be posted on the store social media page. All of this helps our store to grow faster as well as increase the trust of our customers.
Wow, after the sharing of the two of you, it has me to open my eyes. And I'm sure that after my talk with the two of you, this will also help the audience understand more about the harm that fast fashion has caused to our environment. And from there, we know how to contribute to reducing environmental pollution, such as limiting the trend of buying clothes that are only worn one or two times and then discarded. But we should buy items that can be worn many times, like sustainable fashion, environmentally friendly. And this is the end of our talk show about the environment with these two guests. Thanks everyone for watching and see you later at all the talk shows.